Graph the polynomial function. When a polynomial function is in its factored form, it's much easier to determine the zeros and the x-intercepts. Remember, in order to find the x-intercepts or the zeros, we plug in y is equal to 0 and solve for x. And when our polynomial is in the factored form, we can just look at those factors and tell who are the x values that are going to cause the output to be 0. The zeros are x values that zero out the function. The x-intercepts are those x values turned into ordered pairs, because an x-intercept is a point on the graph. Because x squared is one of the factors, we know that x is equal to 0 is one of the zeros, and therefore 0, 0 is a point on the graph. The x value that zeroes out this factor is positive 1. If x is equal to positive 1, this whole factor is equal to 0, and therefore the output is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 solves this equation, and therefore the ordered pair 1, 0 is an x-intercept on the graph. The x value 3 causes this last factor to be equal to 0, so x is equal to 3 is the 0, and 3, 0 is the corresponding x-intercept. In order to determine the multiplicity of each 0, we look at the powers on the factors that generated them. X squared is the factor that generated this 0. Its power is 2, and so the multiplicity is 2. X minus 1 is the factor that generated this 0. Its power is positive 1, and so its multiplicity is positive 1. X minus 3 is the factor that generated the 0, 3. Its power is positive 3, and therefore this 0's multiplicity is 3. Since the multiplicity of this 0 is an even number, we know that the graph is going to touch the x-axis there. The multiplicity of the second 0 is odd, it's an odd number, and therefore my graph is going to cross the x-axis there. And again, for this third 0, also an odd multiplicity, means that our graph will cross the x-axis at this x-intercept. Now, ultimately, we're going to be sketching a graph of this function, and our sketch is going to be quite basic. We're focusing our attention on x-intercepts, y-intercepts, and whether the graph touches or crosses at the x-intercept. So let's start by plotting the x-intercepts. So we have 0, 0, 1, 0, and 3, 0. So we've found and plotted the x-intercepts. Let's look at the y-intercept. Remember, in order to find the y-intercept, we're going to plug in x is equal to 0 and solve for y. But a more compact way of saying that is to simply evaluate the function at 0. So plugging 0 in for all of our x's, we get 0 squared times all this stuff, but this 0 is going to zero out the product, and therefore the output is going to be 0. So our y-intercept is 0, 0, but we already knew that actually because we had that as an x-intercept from our table before. Now, in order to discuss the end behavior of this function, we need the degree of the polynomial. Remember, the degree is determined by the highest power on the x once it's all multiplied out, and we don't want to have to spend the time multiplying this out to determine the degree. So what we can do when it's in the factored form is we simply add together the powers on all of these factors. So the degree in this case is going to be 2 plus 1 plus 3, which is 6. So this is going to end up being a 6-degree polynomial. Once we multiply all this out, the leading term is going to be x to the 6th, and then the rest of the terms would need to be calculated. But to determine the end behavior, we really only need that leading term. So we know that the degree of the polynomial is 6, and we know that the leading coefficient is positive. It's a positive 1. Now let's come back down here and remember what the end behavior will be for a polynomial function whose degree is an even number. If the degree is even, the end behavior of the function will have both tails pointing in the same direction. If the leading coefficient is positive, they'll both be pointing up, and if the leading coefficient is negative, those tails are going to be pointing down. But this is the scenario that we're looking at. We have an even degree with a positive leading coefficient. So both ends of our polynomial are going to be pointing up. Let's just formalize that here. We have degree is equal to 6. The leading coefficient was positive 1. And now it's time to draw a rough sketch. Since the end behavior is up, up, we're going to start up here in the second quadrant and then come down and approach our first x-intercept. We know that at x is equal to 0, our graph is going to touch the x-axis and turn around there. So we just approach this x-intercept and basically just bounce off of it. We do not cross the x-axis there. Now, because this is a polynomial function and the graphs of polynomials are smooth and continuous, we need to just, in a smooth and continuous way, make a turn and come back to the next x-intercept. And for right now, we're not focusing on how high this maximum is. Our main focus for this video is to understand how the multiplicity of a zero affects the graph. So we just go up some distance and come back down and approach the next x-intercept, which is +1. And when we get there, we're going to cross the x-axis. And we're going to go down some distance. Again, we're not focusing our attention on these minimum values in this video. And we're going to come back up in a smooth and continuous way and approach the last x-intercept. When we get to x is equal to 3, we are again going to cross the x-axis. And so we cross the x-axis and we finish up in the first quadrant. Notice we said our end behavior should be up, up. And we did land in that first quadrant after having started in the second quadrant, which is where we were supposed to land. If you calculate the x-intercepts and you touch and you cross in the way that you're supposed to, you should land in the appropriate quadrant according to the end behavior. And so this is our basic sketch.